Yo, it's good YouTube. This is AngoEDU, and today's gonna be part 2 of styling the theme. Let's get to it. Alright, so we have some tasks today. Basically, we're gonna be alright, so we have part 2 tasks. It's gonna be basically we're gonna start by styling the about page, styling the contact page, and we're gonna be styling the what else can we do? We're gonna fix the list style on navbar. If you could see this, like under the link itself is gonna be like a line over here. We're gonna remove that. And what else? That is pretty much it. That is all I want to do right now. I want to style this contact form. I want to show you the styling of this contact form, and now we're gonna style an about. Right, so we have an empty about template over here. Alright, I have just some lorem text in it. It is included in the included folder. Let me just close up all of this. It is included here in the about. So let me just put that to the side. Just 1 second. So yeah. Alright, so first off, I need you to go into Bootstrap 5 and search for examples, because you could basically like get an example and not write a lot of code that's going to save you a lot of time. In real life situations, you're probably not going to code all of this. Like, you don't have to code all of this, but if you want to, you can. But there is examples here that you could just download. So let's say we want to add this featured section, like for example, like I have some custom cards over here and some icon grids, and it looks pretty beautiful, honestly. So we're just gonna take this from Bootstrap itself directly, so we don't have to write this all over. So we're just gonna, after downloading the examples, you're gonna find not in Bootstrap's themes, you're gonna find it in examples, and then download examples. Alright, so after downloading the examples, you're just going to extract them and go into examples. Let's say we want the features, so we're going to go to features and then go to the index page and just open up that index page on your Visual Studio Code. Alright, so let me just close up all of this and have this to the left. And one last thing, let's open up this example in another tab of the browser. So we want like the custom cards, for example. We want the custom cards. We could do some static images here, or logos, or some icon grid. What do you guys think? I think we should add these cards. I like these cards. So we're just gonna check out the code over here. So search for custom cards. I think it's not, this is the heroes. Alright, actually we do need a hero first. This is an example of a hero, so let's get the hero. Let's get the downloads, examples, and then hero. Just open up index, open it up here, and we want the, which version do you guys think will match this about us page? I think I think this one would look not bad actually. So let's get the responsive, alright. Left, let's search left. Alright. So let's just copy this and add this into the about. Just after the container float, or in the container float, whatever you like. It already has a container of its own, so let's just change that to a container fluid. And also let's check out this. Let's remove this. Let's open up a PHP tag and do get we're gonna do get the title or get title. Alright, actually we're gonna do WP title. Alright, we don't have to add all of this. And what else? We can add here an excerpt. So let's add a PHP with the excerpt, just the excerpt, not the excerpt RSS, just the excerpt, and close the PHP tag. And close the P tag as well. Alright, what else do we want to do? We have a button over here. We can like change this into a contact us. So let's do a contact us and then add a link over here that is going to be inside the button. We can also do this. Let's just remove this button, or actually let's get this. So we could just remove the button and change it into a link and just add the styles of the button itself, and it will be a button. Give it the href of contact. And what else? We can do another link over here that's just gonna be basically home, and we can change the button primary to a button like light, and change this button primary to button no, actually let's keep it primary as it is. We want the blue one. So, and we want to make this href to go into WordPress. You can change this into a live version to be just this, but right now because I'm using the exam, so I have my WordPress in a WordPress directory, so that's why I redirect to WordPress. So let's go into the about page right now. Alright, so we do have like we should remove this old one, and we can also remove this bootstrap themes image. We can just change this alt into image aligned to left, because we're aligning the image to left basically. Alright, and we could just get a pixels image for now, but I do recommend using a like a video or a savage or like any type of like optimized images. So PNGs are not the best optimized images, so let's just search for actually blue abstract. I'm just showing you guys like how you are going to style like your WordPress pages on your own. So let's get some no, actually let's get some lines abstract. We could take this for example. Get the link for it. It is by Asim Al-Namad. This is free to use, by the way, you guys. I don't want to use something that is not for free. And attributing also the author, as you can see. You don't want to use something like somebody else made and not attribute them. Just try to do that as much as you can, and remind me as well. Alright, go back over here. So right now the image is not showing. Let's check why. Let's just remove this classes, and I think the image tag just needs to be closed correctly. And let's just return the classes right now. Control V that. Try that over again. Right, so for some reason I think the link itself is not working. I don't know why, but let's try to do that again. Oh, alright, because I'm using href, it's supposed to be source. It's not supposed to be href, I'm sorry. Let's go back to close all of this, close all of this. All right, let's go back to the example. I don't know why it's not working. I think it's supposed to be source. Yeah, it's source. Oh, so if you go over here, that's pretty weird. All right. Anyways, like you could put an image over here. Let's try another source, pixels, image. Let's get another image, just any other image. This one looks good. All right. Let's try this one and go over here. Oh, I think it's because, yeah, we already have the source from the template file. So yeah, here it is. I'm sorry, that took a little bit of a while. You can also make the width at 100%, the height at 100%, and add in some styling, which is basically going to be max width, just some media queries, max width of 700. Let's actually make that 1000 pixels, and maximum height of 700 pixels. And one last thing, object fit, and then you could use contain or cover, but for now we could use cover. Just gonna take and we could also add some border radius, which is basically just gonna make our image a little bit more rounder. And yep, that is pretty much it. And you can also add that over here, like rounded 5, I think. So if we just remove this border radius right now and check out the class, it's going to be basically the same. Rounded 5 is just like a border radius of like 20 pixels or like 28 pixels, some kind of like that. So let's check out the buttons. Alright, so we just need to make this into WordPress and then contact, alright? Again, you don't have to do this on a live server, but this is just for the development version. So if you go into contact us, to about us, I'm sorry, to about, we have the hero section right now, which actually looks pretty good, looks pretty aesthetic. I didn't know it's gonna look that good. So right now let's add in the text for the about page. I like the text right now, how it looks and everything, but we want to add just one last thing. We want to add in the uh, like compilation of cards or a compilation of uh, some icons. So let's do the icons actually. Right now we have a card over here already. So, or let's check out the example, right? Let's just check out what we could do. So let's go into heroes. Not in heroes, I'm sorry. Let's go into, what are they called? Just a second, I think I forgot, guys. So let's go back to the Bootstrap examples. Bootstrap 5 examples. Yeah, the features, they called features. So just features and open up the index. All right, so let's check out what we could do. We could do use this. I think this one looks pretty good. And this one looks good as well. Like, I think this one looks more aesthetic, but this one looks a little bit more better with the theme styling we have. And we can also add these custom cards. But I think we could use these custom cards for our like posts or our categories. So let's keep that for our categories and use let's use this icon grid actually. So let's go into the index over here, get the icon, right? This is the heroes, this is the features, post heroes, and go into icon grid. So yeah, get the icon grid, and we could also get the divider. So after this container, we can add another container with a divider. And let's go into the About Us page right now. Where is it? Just a second. Here it is. Alright, so we do have the, like everything is showing, but there is a problem right now. The icons are not showing. I think the icons are not available. They're not like online. So where is it? I think it's those savages. Yeah, like this savage files. So they don't have the sources for it. So I think these are not working. Let's check out actually just the others if like they do have links for this. Uh, all right. So what is this? This is the features as well. This is the features, custom card. All right. This as well does not have some images in it. All right. So basically, this is gonna be just some logos. So where can you get some free logos? All right. So let me check that actually. I don't know where you could check like get some free logos, but let's get some free Savage icons open source. We could just search that, all right? We can get from Ionic Icons. All right, we want to get the link for this. We don't want to get the, we could use the Savage over here. You could download it. And honestly, I don't recommend like adding files to your WordPress theme, so we don't make it like more bigger than that. So we could just use like a cloud delivery network like Cloudinary, for example, to upload the images on, and afterwards you could just get the link from the uh, like the Cloudinary over here, right? Right now I'm not gonna log in because I don't wanna like basically just bring up the passwords that I have right now. I don't remember the passwords, but you could use a CDN and just add in the icons, alright? Um, mm, let's actually get some free open source Savage icons and upload them. We're just gonna upload them really quickly. I know this could become a little bit boring, so I will try to just at least show you that where you could get the icons. So we have Savage repo. Let's say we want to add keyboard, for example. So could we just get the link for this? Class href bootstrap. Alright, let's just try this if it does if it does work. Alright, I think we could just use this image tag instead and add the source and just get the source over here. Just remove everything else and remove the Savage tag as well. Just a normal image tag. Alright, so yeah, it's working as you could see over here. We could just give it a width of like 150 pixels and a height of 150 pixels as well. And one last thing, we can add loading equals lazy, which is basically gonna lazy load our image, which is better for loading our website. So we're just gonna loading equals gonna be lazy, and it does look better. So we could also just change this title to, like, for example, features, and then make this title to be like coding exercises. And let's get another savage. Let's just get a, what else could we add? Like, let's get a computer. Or let's actually get, like, can we add JavaScript? Java? Or JavaScript? Let's get this image. Alright. And put it instead of the savage over here. Let's just duplicate this for now, and we could change that later. Does it have any classes? Yeah, we could just take the classes from here. Actually, that would be easier. And just take the class from here. Alright, just duplicate that. And one last time over here. Alright, we already did that over here. Let's just remove the savage. And let's actually remove a couple of these. We don't need all of this. I think we could just remove a couple of these. So we could just remove until here for now. Let's check out how it looks right now. I think we removed everything. Nope. Why is it not working right now? Alright. Alright, so we could just duplicate this like I said and take the class. Let's try the class from here again. Maybe this was the issue. Nope, that was not the issue. Actually, we do need those classes. So, and one last thing, what else can we add? The width and the height from here. Let's try those. Already have a width and height of 150 pixels, but this width and height is supposed to be like more responsive, but it's not working. So we could just use this and duplicate it a couple of times. Alright, so I don't waste your time, alright? Just duplicate this a couple of more times. Duplicate it until we finish it, and I just want to show you how it looks like finally. Like an example of how it looks finally. So it does not look bad at all. Actually, I do like it. I do like it a lot, and we could add like cards over here instead of these, but for now the about page looks pretty good. Alright, we want to do the contact form right now, and right now we don't have any logic for the contact form. I'm gonna add this later on in another video, but guys, this is basically how you do a simple contact form in Bootstrap 5. And again, if you want to add some styles on your own, you could use that with the style tag over here, or use it in the sass that we already added in Laravel Mix. Let's just remove the script tag over here, just to make the code a little bit more organized. And that is pretty much it for the template page of the about. Let's just format the document, and I'm gonna put it on GitHub, alright, for you guys. Git commit added about.php in the included folder. Alright, so we have it added right now in GitHub, and we're just gonna push it, and we're just gonna go right now to the contact form. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, in the contact form I do have a container fluid with some text center and just an h1 with the contact form title. We could give it a div class of input group, but let's actually check out. So this is like a really simple contact form, but we want to make it look a little bit more aesthetic than this. So let's just remove all of these tabs right now and go into the examples. Let's check out if the example has anything for like forms, contact. Alright, let's go to Bootstrap 5 examples and Bootstrap 5 inputs or form. Just gonna search that. We got forums, then we got examples. Let's check out examples 5.1 if they're a little bit more different. We got some headers, heroes, everything is not really sure if there is a contact form over here, but I'm just checking out if there is, and we're just gonna use it if there is. Sign in, footer, a nav bar. So I do not think right now, guys, there is a template for the form, so we're just gonna create one right now. Alright, so let's just remove this one I made before, and let's get to it from the beginning, alright? So let's go into the contact form over here. We're gonna do first off a form, give it the action of contact.php, which is basically the page is gonna send the action to the page. We're gonna do a label, and we're gonna give it the class of form control, and let's give it this a name. Let's do a input, and the input is going to have a placeholder of name, and the name is going to be name. This is pretty much just something for the PHP mail server that basically you're going to send this ID to like the original PHP code for like an actual contact form if you want to do that. I'm going to do that in another video again, guys, okay? So we're just going to be styling this for now. Give it the class of form control. Let's actually check out what we built right now. We got input and we got the label over here. But we could just check out the example they have also as well. So it's going to look a lot more better than what I have in mind. I think this is supposed to be form label, I'm sorry. So if we go back over here, it's going to look a little bit more better. And in terms of the input, form control, and yeah, we could give it also the type of text or like email. If you don't like want to have like add a password, for example, you could use that. Let me just copy that and show you. Go into here. So if you have like a password, just gonna write it as a password, but we're not writing a sign up form, we're writing a contact form. So we want to also add another label, and we're gonna call it a message. Go to this page. Alright. And inside it we're gonna add a text area. And inside that text area we're gonna give it the class of also form control. And we're gonna give it the style. Alright, let me just show you something. So right now we have this class, but we don't want the text area to be like this, like resizing like this. So we're just gonna give it a height of 200 pixels, and afterwards we're gonna do a resize of none. So let's refresh that. So as you can see right now, it looks a lot more better, and it does look like a normal contact form. However, we do want this to look a little bit more aesthetic than this, so we could just put the form in a class of container or a container fluid. So let's put it in a container for now. I think a container looks better than having it in a container fluid, because the container fluid is just going to make it more responsive and it's just going to take the whole page. See? So it does not look like a good form. So let's keep it in a container, normal container. And afterwards, we're just going to add in the button. So in the button, we're going to give it a button of a type of submit. And we're going to give it the submit message, add in submit message over here, give it the class of button, and then button primary, and then we could give it the width of 100, so it's like a full-on button, and it has the let's give it a green color, so that's going to be button success instead of the blue. So that looks really good. And one last thing, I think we can also give it a what? Let's give it a HR and a class of padding Y of 2. So we do have a little bit of a separation between them right now. You could also give this between the input and the label. Let's make the padding Y of only 1. So I do think this looks good. It does not look bad at all. It actually looks really good. We could also add what over here. Let's just add a small h1 tag. That is going to be basically just a dynamic, the title. So it gets the page name dynamically. So over here it has the name dynamically from the page. We just want to give it a text center instead of centering everything on a page. So we're just going to give the class of the h1 text center. And one last thing we could also add into, alright, just one last thing. I think we could add to the contact us just a small like hero like we did, or let's check out the examples also. We could check out like what we could add. We could add a carousel if you want to. We could add in some album. We could add in like whatever you basically want to. But I'm just gonna give you a jumbotron. Let's add in a jumbotron. All right. Do we actually need a jumbotron? Let's check out, actually, we don't need a jumbotron at all, like actually, but I just want to make it look more better for you guys, so let's check out what else we could add. I think we could add in from the heroes this, and just like give it a, like some contact information, like it is a card. So we could just take this columns with icons. So go back into the examples, go back into downloads, and then features, go to the index, and just get the what is it called, the columns, the first one, basically just the first one. That is gonna be, I think this one, so let's just check out the title, bootstrap symbol title column with icon. Where's column with icons? Alright, so this is the column with icons, and let's just get the end of this div and the divider. Let's copy this and add this in the contact form, and just add a comment here, contact form. So we, like, I want to keep the file organized, so contact form start and contact form end, and just view command palette and format the document. Alright, go back to this page. Uh, it looks actually good, but the thing is right now the icons are taking a lot of space, so we could just remove this text and just give it a small text, for example, and just like give a number, 0. Just copy this small, and remove also this paragraph as well. So we could just change these savage again icons into the icons we get online. So if we go into Savage repo, for example, and get a, let's just get 3 icons. Let's get a phone, and let's get another one that is gonna be address. And one last thing, we could also add in like email, for example. Email. Let's get this one, and let's just get the links for them. Remove this Savage and give it an image of a class of BI, and the source is gonna be this. Could just change this into email, and then example, or let's actually make it angoedu@email.com. Again, guys, this is just some basic things you could do, and then in this second feature, let's make it we have email and we have the phone. So let's keep this as the phone number and get the phone number Savage. Let's get this green one, for example. And we also want to give it a width and height of 200 pixels and a height of 200 pixels, and loading again to be equals to lazy. And just copy and paste those attributes, put them in the next image tag, and what else? We could just add in the address over here. This is just like some static pages. Like if you're like doing a static page for anybody, like a portfolio or like a company profile or anything like this, this is going to help you out a lot. I think we just need to get the address Savage, so just bear with me. It's going to look so better. Address. Alright, we could search actually a home, or we could do location. I think this one looks pretty good. So open image in new tab and just get the link. Alright, that is pretty much it. Let's refresh that. Oh, it does look actually good, but we want to give to the cards just some border radius, and we want to center the images as well. So let's try and text center that. So yeah, text center works. I think you could just add in alright, let's add in actually text center here instead of just duplicating the code multiple times. So text center, alright, and just remove these. Alright, and this one as well. Oh, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. We just centered the icons, and it does look a little bit more better. Again, you could style it a little bit more better than this, of course, but for now this looks okay. We could just give it a style of alright, actually we could just give it the class of rounded 5 and shadow 5 strong, for example. Did it work? Actually, it did not work. So let's actually try to add this in the feature column div. Alright, just a second. Alright, this one did not work as well. Can we try to add it over here? Alright, this one did not work as well, so I think we just need to inspect the page and just see what the cards are so we could give it a border. I think it's div feature, icon, and background, primary background gradient. So if we give it a rounded 5 and shadow 5 strong here, would it work? Yeah, it is gonna work, so we're just gonna copy this and add it into the feature icon. You could also change the background primary. Let's make it background success. Let's actually make this background dark. Or, yeah, actually let's make it dark. And what this is the phone. So let's make this background dark and make this into background success. And make the last one, which is basically the address, the location one, let's make it, we're just going to give it the rounded 5 and shadow 5 as well, but we want to change the background to be warning, for example. Let's make it yellow. Let's see how it's going to be looking. Alright, so it does look a lot more better, as you can see right now. So this is just some basic styling you could do with Bootstrap 5 and just the classes. We didn't add some styling or anything, as you could see. This is just by the classes that it's in Bootstrap 5. And that is pretty much it, you guys. I think that is pretty much it. I don't want to add any more time to this video, but for now, this is the basic styling of the pages. And let me know, you guys, what else you want to see, like what else styling you want to see. We basically added some styling for most of the things right now, but there is one last thing we're gonna be doing, which is basically fixing the list item over here. So let's go into our navbar. And where is our navbar? I think it is in the root folder. And after the root folder, it is going to be in included navbar primary. And the menu class is going to be top navbar. Alright, do we have any styles in the SAS? I think we do have, yep. So we just want to give this top navbar UL a list style of none, and make sure to have npm run watch running, so it does compile the SAS to live CSS. Again, I showed this before. So it's supposed to compile this into live CSS. If we go over here, let's just check out the UL. Yes, I think we just added it. So if we refresh that, it is still not working. Alright, so when this type of thing happens in WordPress, guys, like, just bear with me for a few seconds. Sometimes, like, WordPress adds in some classes, like for items and everything, so let's just try to get that and style that. Like, if you don't know like how to style it, like right now I cannot find the exact thing that I want, so let me actually try to do that. Alright, so as you can see, it is in a list item of page item. So if we do page item list item and page item list item hover, let's refresh that. Alright, that also did not work, so let's actually do list item and then dot list item dot page item and give it a list style of none. Alright, so actually we just need to have to remove the underline in href links. I did forget that honestly, guys, so I'm just gonna search that really quickly. Use the CSS property. This is from tutorials point, so thank you guys for posting this. Let me just take this underline from text. Text decoration is none, I'm sorry. Text decoration is none. So text decoration is none. And just close all of this. Alright. So it's still not working. Maybe it's because the href links itself need to give it a text decoration of none. We want to give all the href links the a tags text decoration of none. Alright, so that's pretty weird. It's still not working. I think it's just overlapping with something right now, but we could also alright, let's try to give this ID then. This is gonna be the last thing I try because I don't want to make this any more longer, and give it a text decoration of none. Alright, so it's still not working. It is pretty weird because honestly there is a lot of styles applied. That is why it is not working. Alright, let's go to the navbar. Just check out the menu class. We have the menu class top navbar. Top navbar. Alright, top navbar. So we do have the right class name and we do have everything. So let's try to add the list tile none here. Let's try to add the list tile none here. Still not working. Alright, so actually I think we're gonna wrap it up like until this, but let's try to actually just do one last thing, the page item. Let's try to do it by the page item. Give it a styling of none. Let's styling of none and hover. Just the page item and hover. Alright, so all of them work except for like we have done all the tasks that we want today. We have done the about page. We have done the contact us page, which does look actually really good to me. Like we could just change this and it will look even more aesthetic. We could change the text as well. What else? The contact form also, we just did some styling for it. And we're gonna do that later on also, the contact form to actually work on another video. But this was it pretty much for styling part 2. Just let me know what you guys else wanna see. And I don't want to end the video honestly, guys, before just finishing up this like problem here that we have. So let's just try to do that. We already have this in the list item. Let's try to refresh that. Inspect. Alright, actually let's go over here, alright? Let's add in the style over here and give the menu class of top navbar the style the text decoration of none, text align of center. Let's just try to refresh that. So I think finally it changed a little bit, and what changed it I think was the top navbar class over here. Yeah, this is the one that worked. So maybe that's why it was not working before. So let's just remove this navbar primary, and let's just get the old styles we had over here. Maybe that's why it was not working. And what else? We're gonna get just some, yep, justify content space evenly. we want to make this text like on the right over here, so let's go into W3 schools and then horizontal navigation bar. Alright, we just want to do a display inline. Let's try to do that and go to the about. Alright, let's remove the text. Alright, so let's actually just make this text align to right, then float to right, and we could do another one that is dot top navbar and then the list item and then play inline. And yeah, so as you can see right now, it is working a lot more better. It looks a lot more aesthetic right now. It looks actually a lot more better right now, and you could change these styles again, guys, to whatever you want. But we do have actually a functional WordPress theme right now that we built from scratch. And again, you could change the styles for everything you want. You just need to figure it out, like these 20 minutes or whatever. I'm going to try to cut it because we were just wasting a little bit of time into that SAS file over there. So this is the styles you just need to add. Give it a display of inline, and then let's give it a text decoration of none. And just refresh that. Alright, we're trying everything in terms of like the underline that is over here. I tried everything, but I don't know why it's not working, honestly. I'm not gonna lie about this, but for now I think like that is pretty good. So if we do this and then why is it not working now? Alright, I think that is good. It's working. Oh my god, I literally had to access the top nav bar, guys. So just like bear in mind that this happens sometimes if you have like a couple of styling frameworks on top of each other, like SAS and Bootstrap. So you could have some of these errors and just find out what you could fix it, and try to just do a style tag and then access the element you want. So let me just show you what I did over here. I just accessed the, where is it? Sorry if this is taking a little bit too long, but I want to explain everything to you guys. So here's the class. I just accessed this div, the class for this div, and then the unordered list, and then the list item, and then inside the list item I want to access the link, and for all of them I just want to check out if there is a page item class and display that inline and give it a text decoration of none. And that is pretty much it. Let's check it out on mobile. And it does look a lot more better on mobile as well. So about, contact us, and finally courses. Alright guys, so this was styling part 2. We just did styling of everything we wanted to do in the plan for today. So we're just gonna do that, and I will see you guys in the next video basically. If you want any help with anything else more in WordPress or anything, just let me know, you guys. But that is it for this theme. I think later on we could just add some more ideas like taxonomies and like adding some more plugins and security and just more features and more styling. But I think for the theme itself right now, like it is pretty good right now. It is usable, I think, and we could just update it a little bit more and more for it to be working for you guys. Alright, so comment and like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. This was Ango EDU.